Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're starting off today here in a 32-person free-for-all battle here in Africa. Full sending is allowed. I'm going to go over here. Didn't like that area. And we actually have a pretty good spot for ourselves. Really, right now is the best. I mean, considering 32 players are in this, we have a lot of open territory in front of us. Although I wouldn't be surprised if somebody comes over here. Oh, there you go. Okay. So a little bit more of a crowded neighborhood. Now, the problem with this spot is you can see our southern neighbor is moving up in the picking phase, which means that he knows he has a lot of land to the south. And in a crowded neighborhood, the problem can be that if everyone plays the same, we stalemate and we can get picked off by bigger players. So if that happens, we're gonna have to look for alliances. But I don't even know if that's gonna be a problem because I'm looking at my three neighbors and they're all very weak. They're heavily expanding, throwing all their troops at this. So we might have a good go at this. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my infinite growth phase now, singing a slightly different tune over here. I'm a little bit more optimistic about what my chances are, especially because they keep full sending. Every single one of them is doing it. That could be a good opportunity for us, but let's focus on getting this corner for ourselves, blocking ISIS from going any farther into the west, and then we just kind of start knocking off bots as much as we can. Obviously, we want to push over into the west, down south as well, but that's the biggest priority because we can close that off. And there we go. Things are looking good for us. Let's just keep grabbing land and pushing. Got that. Yeah, I was about to say 1,000 troops. I'm on that. You can't put 1,000 troops in front of me with that much land and expect me not to attack it. Let's go again. Yeah, I mean, 10,000 troops is a little bit much. I think we finish our expansion here, but things are looking good for us. Our neighbors are all rather weak. We have 100,000. No one has anything close to that. So GG's even getting weaker down south. So, but I'm going to finish up the bots over here. Worry about those problems elsewhere. GG's attacking the guy below him, the Orc Slayer. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Wait for it. See if he does it again. I think we charge in on that one. People are charging into the player in white as well. Yeah, let's jump in here. We got so much troops, we should throw them around a little bit. There's the full send. Great. And I'm going to wait to see if you full send as well. Doesn't look like it. Let's join in here. And now things are looking pretty good. And actually, ISIS attacking this guy over here is pretty good for us as well, because we could jump in on this. Now, this is playing a little bit risky at this point. But, I mean, if he just full sends that guy, basically, we're going to jump in here too. Now's the point where we need to start saving, but this guy down here is pretty weak as well. I think our troops are strong enough where I don't think we're going to be a target right now. I don't really want to touch that bot, though, but yeah, the problem with the bots is they're hard-coded to attack the strongest player. Let's get this guy out of the way, too. So we do have a good lead on it in terms of everyone, or a good lead on everyone in terms of troops, I should say. But that could change in a beat. It will just rely on Orc Slayer, Ottoman Empire, and player 760 all going into me all at once. And I think I've reached the point where I'm big enough where they won't do that. So I'm going to deal with this bot down here. Just get this out of the way so I can more easily grow and have a good time without having to be constantly attacked by this bot. There we go. Nice and slow. No need to rush this. We are still trying to save up to our red interest, which is about 6.7 million. We're pretty far away from that. This is the most dangerous spot we're probably going to be in the entire game. If we can win one of our next fight, I should say, we'll win all of the fights. Now, who's that going to be? I don't know. I don't really want to fight any of my neighbors right now, so let's try and get some alliances and just see who's coded to be friendly. I would love Orc Slayer to not have to fight him. Push else. You know what? Let's get alliances with these guys. It's all these guys. Orc Slayer's not giving us the alliance. I'm going to get 2 of the 3. I'd feel luck. Okay, so new game plan. We're going to attack Orc Slayer. We're going to get up to our red interest and we're going to attack him. He didn't accept our alliance, so his intentions, I think, are to attack us. He's just probably waiting for somebody strong enough to help him do that. So I'm gearing up for that. Player 326 is also giving us the alliance. So that is the green light to go. We're going to start knocking down this guy as much as we can. And the best part about this is if he full sends us, we are over 60,000 pixels. Nobody else around us is. So we will get the vast majority of the land, even if player 326, the only other player that touches him, jumps on it right on the spot. Now, I do see the Ottoman Empire going down, but honestly, I don't want to touch that Eternal guy anytime soon. I want to be able to get this Orc Slayer guy as weak as possible. So we're going to ignore what's going on up here. Do I even want that land? We could get cut off by player 760. Ooh, and a big full send by player or Orc Slayer over here. So we'll jump on that, grab all that land, and there we go. We are in a very dominant position at this point. We have 23% of the land. We touch 2 people. This is the dream right here. Let's go ahead and grab this island up here just as kind of a canary system to make sure that we don't get boated into by Eternal Europe coming through. And now that we're red interest, I think we push south. Oh, perfect timing as he attacks down south too. So he's a little bit on the weakened troop side. Player 760's left and become a bot, which will attack us, but also makes it so nobody can collaborate with him against us. So that works out to our favor rather well. And so is player 326 full sending for us, essentially. We can jump down here and grab all this land. And now we're in a very commanding position. We're almost at 160,000 pixels, so we'll get the speed buff. And now we just go into USA, the second strongest player right here. Start to knock him down before any kind of coalition can build against us. We do have 42% of the land. If we were touching everyone, this would be a game that we could potentially lose. But because we were pretty good about managing our borders, it was not. And USA full sends on the guy above him. Here's a boat coming in from Eternal Europe. Let's just go ahead, block that. We don't have to, but we're going to. And then we'll start working down this bot and just kind of start clearing the rest of the board here. So a very crazy lucky start with 3 players all around us, all full sending, not managing their troops very well. Allowed us to get off to a really good start that could challenge Orc Slayer, because if we didn't get one of those, I think Orc Slayer probably would have either stalemated with us until we lost, or we both lost, or he was just taking us out outright. But instead, we were able to win the game. We'll go ahead and grab this over here and wait for that boat to land. Give the collapse good sportsmanship. I see a few players still in this one. What am I doing? Land that. Boom. There we go. And call for peace. Oh, kissy face. That's it. That's what I was forgetting. Kissy face for the boys, and we'll go on to the next game. All right, next game up is going to be a game here in the mountains. We're on the black team. Otherwise, I'd probably go like honestly right there. But let's try and grab a spot up north. See if we can attract wherever our teammate is to come with us. The idea with this spot, yes, he's right there, is that we can sneak down here. I don't know how many people know about the new bot mechanic. Oh, there's another teammate behind us. Oh, that's okay. I'd rather have a teammate behind us than an enemy. So let's go ahead and see what we can do from here. Now, we do have to keep in mind that the north and south, you can mine through the mountains, so that this guy down here is as equal as a neighbor as anybody else that we're going to encounter along our journey. But first things first, we need to get out and get to the south. So let's go ahead, get ready for our infinite growth phase. We probably won't start it. We might need to start it right now, actually. Yeah, I'll start it on this go. See if we can squeeze out between these bots down here. But the compression is very high, so I might have waited a little bit too long to see if we can get any farther down to the south. Fortunately, just beating out this bot, so we can get a lot more land down here, which means more opportunity to strike at weak bots, which is what we really want in the game like this. So we're just going to keep pushing, figure out the best way to navigate this awkward path. Fortunately for us, there's not a lot of enemy bots around us, or friendly bots, I should say. But that does mean we need to be on the lookout for bots that only have us to attack, and we need to make sure that we get them before they can build up any kind of strength. Like this bot right there was a good example. So let's keep pushing down south, try and get past our bots, get through that bot. That's the one I wanted to attack. We're doing a good job managing our troops so far. We'll just keep pushing down south, keep grabbing as much land as we possibly can, knowing we have that escape route through the south. Now, I'm not worrying about this land over here. NATO can get that. I'll grab the very easy bots, but I'm more concerned with securing a passage down to the south directly with land borders. So let's keep pushing down here. We have a lot of troops. Our other neighbors meeting us down here. Great. We'll finish up the last of these bots here. And then once we clear out this, we can kind of go backfilling a little bit. Grab all these bots that we were able to get right away. Like this one's a good one. And there we go. Finish up this and this and this. And then that is good. Let's go ahead and push through this spot a little bit more. And yeah, this guy should be like immediate target for you, if not me. I'm going to jump on him if you don't, but that is a great target. Yep, you do right away. Good for you. Ooh, okay, you went over there. Interesting. I'm going to start knocking down this guy in all honesty. Just because I feel like at this point we can. Although I maybe should save a little bit. I am a little bit concerned with how much... That guy doesn't have a lot of troops. You should be able to absorb that and actually fight back. That's a full send right there. So that works out for us. That bot right there is going to be really unfortunate. There's a full send on us. Well, I think we have the troops to be able to take care of all this. It's just going to be more of a race to see who gets the crown between me and Mr. Eat over here. So let's push aggressively through all this. Attack through you. And this. And this is working out pretty good for us. So we do touch majority of the board. Can I stop that attack? I actually don't want to touch this guy. He's got 1 million. That worked out for me. And we do need to deal... The only reason I said we're not going to do that right now is because we really need to deal with this bot over here. Hopefully Eat recognizes that as well. Yep, he does. So let's just keep knocking down this bot, and then we'll find another target along the way. But definitely needed to secure this before we kind of advance forward. And these two are fighting each other, which is nice for me. I'm going to sneak down here and grab as much of this as I can, because this guy only has 300,000. And will I just immediately attack through, or do I have to mine through? Oh, I have to mine through. That's okay. So we're able to sneak through all of that. We are in a little bit of danger. This bot will be attacking here, so we need to be able to take out this guy over here. Now, unfortunately, our teammate... excuse me, on this... I died right there. I don't know what happened. This teammate over here has no troops, which is bad. So I think our strategy we both have the same strategy of saving up in this moment and waiting for a good moment to strike. Is this you up here? That's EU NATO, brother. Like, I know you discovered the mechanic, but come on, my guy. Frick, dude. Okay. Well, now we got other problems over here. I'm gonna get this guy out of the way. Just sneak through over here. Get rid of Rome before he's able to really get a lot of damage. You are attacking us in kind, which is fair. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop my attack by any means. Just going to keep pushing through this guy. We'll get so much land off this, it won't matter if he just even full sends us. We'll be fine. So that guy's out of the way. Good. And now we can just start focusing on this guy. Start knocking him down. Piece by piece. Now this bot's going to keep attacking us, so I'm actually going to help out over here. Just knock this bot out of the way. I don't know where all your troops went, but let's keep knocking this guy down. Now Eat's going to help us, which is great, because now we have a nice pathing through him. Eat full sent. I'll full send in return. Let's try and grab some of these mines, see if we can get the crown back for ourselves. We do. Huzzah. Finish off that bot as well. That's a player, excuse me. And there we go. So GG's to Mr. Eat over here, but we managed to get the crown for our team. So we'll go ahead and give kissy face for the boys. Call for the peace. Vote for peace. Boom. And we'll say thank you guys so much for watching. As we do start to wrap things up, just we'll just say if you're new around here, subscribe for more. If you like the video, like the video. It always helps out a lot, more than you would think, to be honest with you. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one.